one shot. For everybody living in the moment, one shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
First off, let me talk my got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my it's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That's embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sing my shit like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Commanders, all that and more, coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gardner and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. And they've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so. And now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And to your point, we have to remember that Baltimore Ravens history starts in 1996 when the Browns moved from Cleveland. Since then, they won the Super Bowl twice, number 47, as you mentioned, and also Super Bowl 35 in Tampa over the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, this is a Washington team that kind of flew under the radar this year. They weren't exactly preseason favorites to be here, far from it, but I guess it just shows you what a name change can do, I suppose. They're in the Super Bowl in their first year, Charles, as the Commanders.
The name may have changed, but the history is still there. 1992, Super Bowl 26, that was the last time that they were here more than a quarter century ago. But remember, they won Super Bowl 17 with Joe Theismann and John Riggins, and Super Bowl 22 with Doug Williams and Timmy Smith leading the way.
Here are the for their first drive of the game. Bringing him out is the pride of North Dakota State, now in his 7th NFL season, Carson Wentz.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team in defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Willis now off play action. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Dobbins is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Debo. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Willis on the sneak. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Malik Willis who took it in himself to cap things off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A give, running right, Gibson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Wentz.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Wentz to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing is Wentz. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line.
first carry here for Robinson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-all is the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. On 2nd and 12, Willis. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Third down, it's Willis. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 14, 1st down, Commanders. They run the toss now with Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game...
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. And And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Willis. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
That is caught by Thielen. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis.
To Boyle here over the middle.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Willis.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now Willis to throw.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 31, Wentz. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to get this to a 4-yard line. Again, it's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and I can imagine the halftime discussions are
one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't, but of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down where they are here starting the third quarter.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
On third down, it's Debo. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
7 yards there and a first down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll lose. Second and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Willis, he'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Willis on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Malik Willis, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They need to block the ball. Offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll complete this to Gibson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Wentz now to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Gibson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the... Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he gets this up past the 30. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? Or does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. So they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here complete to Dotson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On the draw, it's Gibson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's Wentz to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Wentz. And Thomas has it. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Wentz to throw again. Dancing to his, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 time.
Right, they had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll give it to Samuel. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Willis headed left off the option.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing. The collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.